on PBS. That is Tony winner Kristin Chenoweth. He astounds audiences in Broadway shows like Wicked and just as easily hits all the right notes on TV, West Wing, Pushing Daisies. Now she has written a fabulous new book. It is called A Little Bit Wicked, about her life adventures. She says came from running with the big dogs, not staying on the porch with the puppies. Yes, I can relate to that.
Can you?
How are you?
I'm so good.
It's so good to see you.
Good to be here.
I mean, the crew is in love with you. So many have seen you on Broadway, and you bring it. You bring it every day.
Thank you. I try. That's when I get paid for.
That's it. Let me start with the voice. Broken Arrow High School, back in Oklahoma.
That's right, the Tigers.
1986.
Yes. You had to bring it up.
Can we play a little bit of a clip? This is Kristin in high school, 1986.
Oh, no.
Are you really as wonderful as you
I've never seen that.
You were playing Cinderella.
I was.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Way back when you've
Very
had that voice, and you also write in the book about your high school days because you're so upbeat.
Yeah.
And there was a particular girl, we won't say her name,
Of course not.
who cornered you in the bathroom. Didn't like the fact that you were so perky.
Yeah, she said, I really just want to punch you out because you're so happy. And, and I said, you know, I'm really not worth a punch. You don't even have to do it. So it just goes to show, like, all the young people out there that you just have to stay true to yourself, even if, you know, you have to block a punch.
But why? It is funny that people sometimes, when you're so happy, and you've had your battles, and you are very honest about
Yes.
talking about the
Yes.
depression and things like that, and it was very important to you at this age to show people that you had a tough go.
Well, I think there's a misconception that when you are a happy person that you don't have down days, and that if you do, what's wrong with you, and or if you have battled depression, which I have. So I was really glad to get the opportunity to write about that. You know, when I wake up, people automatically expect me to be this person, and some days I'm not. So it was good to get to write about it, and in a way, and when I look back in the high school years, and that certainly brings back a lot of good memories. I was a little bit of a dork, and I was the one listening to. I was the one listening to when everyone was listening to Madonna. I was listening to Judy Garland, and I was listening to the cast albums of Les Mis, and so I was different. But you got to embrace those things about yourself.
You do. You know, own it. That's what I would say. Own it.
That's right.
You talk about being adopted, and I agree with you that why do we say when somebody, a family member, and some folks say, well, they're adopted. They're a sister, they're a brother. There's nothing, and you didn't have this longing that some folks do, which is fine, about seeing their birth parents, finding their birth parents, but that you never had that.
That thing has not kicked in for me. Sometimes I like, where do I get the voice, because my parents should never sing aloud ever. But I do wonder, like, where does that come from? And like, I'm 4'11", and they're all tall and brunette, you know. So you do see, like, one of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. But if you met my family, you'd go, of course she's theirs.
Absolutely.
I do get tired of hearing about Angelina's adopted children and her biological children. Why can't it be just her children? So.
And you thought maybe, what was it, when you were vying for Miss Oklahoma?
Yes.
That this woman came up to you and you thought maybe this could be?
Well, I didn't think anything about it before, but when you're in a pageant, I was in the Miss Oklahoma pageant, my pageant director, Kathy McCracken, was standing there with me, and I was signing autographs, and this tiny little blonde woman came up, and she had tears in her eyes, and she said, I just want you to know that I've been following you, and I'm so proud of you. And I was like, oh, thanks! Not even, you know, not just signing it away. And Kathy turned white, and she goes, she looked like you. And I remember rubbernecking, like, through the crowd. Those of you who from the South know where rubbernecking is. And I couldn't find her, and I thought, A, what a wonderful thing to say, even if it wasn't someone that, you know, was from my past. But it just made me feel so loved, and I always have felt like she loved me enough to give me a great life. So I wish, and hope and pray that anybody who's adopted out there embraces the fact that they now have a great family, you know.
That's beautifully put. And you are a beautiful, beautiful soul. There's never enough time to talk to you. But as we're going away, because I love the Dolly Parton. I know is someone that you admire.
I love her.
Can you give us a little Dolly Parton singing?
Oh, sure. It's a little early, but if you'll bear with me. Here you come again, looking better than a body has a right to. You walk right through the door, just like you've done before. And here you come again, and there I go. Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you,
Dolly,
everybody.
Kristin, Dolly, Kristin, you are a delight.
Thank
Continued
you.
blessings to you
You
and your
too,
family.
Robin.
And you can read a portion of Kristin's book on our website at ABC News.